Hello friends, it's Cindy Brumbaugh from CindyLeeBDesigns.com, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Please bear with me because I have a cold, so I hope I can make it through here. I'm going to be doing a one sheet wonder with the 6x6 piece of the Garden Walk Designer Series paper. It's coming out in the mini catalog, September through December 2023. You probably already have yours. I know that many of my friends got theirs before I did as a demonstrator. So I'm going to be using a pretty piece that's in there. If you remember, I posted this last Monday, and I loved how pretty this paper was with the Darling Details dies. So I'm going to pull out a piece of the Christmassy pattern. So it's got this pretty pink one. It's got a pretty boho blue. Yes, no. I don't know what color. It's calling pretty peacock with the leaves there. We've got some Mossy Meadow, Poppy Parade, Wild Wheat, Calypso Coral. But the one that really caught my eye, I like that one there on the bottom too, was this Christmas one. Okay, there's 8 sheets of 6 different designs. So you get 8 sheets. So I'm going to show you how you can make 4 Christmas cards out of this one piece of Designer Series paper, 6x6. So what we're gonna do is set this aside. My camera's already going wonky on me. There we go. I also, my daughter's air conditioning's out, so her little guy is staying with us, and her and her husband stayed last night, so they went to the pediatrician, so I knew I had time without that distraction. And also the dogs are here, so hopefully they'll stay quiet for a moment. But what I'm going to do is show you how you take that 6x6, cut it in half into 3 inches, cut it in half again into 3 inches, and then use these pieces to make 1, 2, 3, 4 cards. Okay, so here we go. Just think of this piece here, okay? I'm going to bring my little trimmer over here. Oh, first I'm going to show you. You can see with these 3 pieces, I am going to make a card using that paper, but I did one using the Botanically Inked, so that was using the 1x3s there. This one used this 3x3 that I cut into 2 triangles, and then this one here used these 3 pieces, and this one down here used the 4 on this card. So these are my samples that I'm going to be referring back to, but first we're going to cut this piece using my little mini trimmer here. I'm going to go to 3 inches, 3 inches. Here we go. Make sure I'm right at the 3 inches. 3 is right there. And I'm just going to cut that down, and I've got 2 3-inch pieces. Then I'm going to turn this, and I'm going to cut this into 3, or actually I might as well just go ahead and turn it this way, and I can cut it. You can do it either way. Actually, I think I'm just going to do it into, I'm going to cut it into the 4 3x3 pieces, then show you. Okay, so there is 3. Let's cut that. Okay, I think it's just easier to see it that way. So we're going to do these 2 here. So we're going to cut these at, so that was 3 inches. Let's go to the 2 inch right there. So there, that makes 1. And then let's go to the 1 inch here. So I've got, there, it's a little stuck there. Okay, so these are going to be my 3 here. I'm going to kind of keep them in order. So that's 3 pieces there. Then we're going to take this one and do it into 3 pieces as well. So we'll go to 2 inches. We'll do 1 there, and we'll go to 1 inch here, 1 inch. And I'm going to keep those also in order. Little static here. Okay, this one, and this one. Then I'm going to take this one and cut it into 4s, 1.5, 4 1.5 inch squares. So that is right there at 1.5. Cut this one And we can cut them both at the same time, 1.5, but then we'll put the puzzle back together again. 1.5, there we go. Now we have 4 1.5-inch squares. Okay, and then this one just gets, this 3 by 3 just gets cut in half. So you just take 2 points and line them up on this cutting blade of whatever apparatus you are using. If you're using your trimmer, your guillotine cutter, your mini one here, and we get 2 triangles there. Okay, so now we can see how we have pieces to make. And then this one, we have 4 pieces, which I'm gonna flip 2 pieces. We don't have to worry about them like actually being in order, but I think this one is the way it goes. No, so I think it goes like this. So if you want to keep it all together, which you might want to in this card, because this, I mean, this print is a nice accent, but the actual, this side of the paper is just beautiful. So I don't think I'm going to turn it over, because I just love the pattern in this paper and I just want to see that. Okay, so let's take a look at this card here. This is the one with the 4 1.5-inch squares. Okay, so I'm going to pull out the piece that I cut for that. No, wrong piece. I have all the other cards over here and I was just like, which one was which? Okay. So you're gonna cut a one piece of a 3 1/4-inch square, and that is what's gonna fit your cute little pieces on here. Okay, so maybe I'll just sit these a little bit aside so we can just concentrate on this card. So I pulled out the wild wheat, but I thought that the Poppy Parade, that's the poinsettia in there, would make a good background. Now, the stamp set that I used is also a new stamp set. And where is it? Where is, oh, here it is. Okay. Whoa, whoa. It's a wonder the dogs didn't start barking. This is a Christmas Classics. It comes bundled with some amazing dies with big flourishes on them and holly. Oh, it's so beautiful. But I just use these stamps because the stamp is a nice, bold, big stamp, but yet it's very delicate as well. And so what I did on this card is I went ahead and used the, where is, oh, there we are, already stamped them. I was like, where is it? I used the Season's Greetings, and I just used Pretty Peacock on the Poppy Parade because it has a nice dark on that. And we're just gonna pop this on here. Now I may end up doing something a little fancier for you guys, but for right now we're just gonna put these. I might embellish them more, so make sure you stop over to my blog. There you will find all the products I use, all the measurements for this card, additional photos. So CindyLeeBdesigns.com, right underneath the YouTube description, right under there you will find a link there. It says visit my blog here, and it'll take you right over there. I like to post on Monday, Wednesday, Friday with a video on Wednesday. I'm finding lately, sometimes I definitely have one Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but they're sometimes getting a little bit later on the day. Video's always done there. Okay, so look how pretty that is. Like I said, I did like this pattern on the back. It really coordinates well, but this one is just so amazing. I just could not resist that one. So I'm gonna pop this panel up with some dimensionals. And once again, I want you, oh, I'm sorry, this is 3 3/8. It's not 3 1/4. 3 3/8. Okay, it's because you need that little bit of, you need to add in the eighths that are here. So when you think about it, this is 3 and this is 1/8, 1/8, 1/8. So it's not 3 1/4. Okay, And we are going to pop that onto this first card. And remember, you are getting 4 cards out of one 6x6. And then if you think about it, you have 8 sheets. So you can get 24 cards out of that one pattern that's in that garden walk. So there's one card. And like I said, I'm going to play around with it. I might add like a ribbon in the middle of it, but that is a pretty first one. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is we're going to use these triangles here. Okay, and that one was this card. This is where we make our square to be 3 3/4. Yes, okay. So you're gonna cut this a little bit bigger, because you can see here the little bit bigger, and then you just cut this square at 3 3/4, and then we are simply going to cut it in half. We're gonna do the same thing we did, just putting the 2 points right on the cutting blade and cutting down. There we go. And then you put, and once again, these patterns are just so pretty. You could mix and match them, but this one is just, oh, it's so pretty. I'm not actually even doing my Stampin' Seal as good as I can, because I feel like at any given moment during this video, all heck is gonna break loose. Whether it's my daughter coming in with her son, my husband turning on the television, or Archie and Lucy barking at the door opening. So we are just gonna move right along. This is a crazy house, I'm telling you. Oh my. So look how pretty that poppy looks, and that wild wheat is amazing color. It's one of those colors that when you start mixing and matching it, it is just, oh, it's so pretty. So I'm gonna put it, it really doesn't matter how much of a border, oh, well, it does matter because I'm putting it on the wrong side. Oh wait, no, because there isn't a sentimental here. No, I'm good. It doesn't matter how, just make sure you're doing, you could bring this together. You could bring these together a little bit more. It won't matter as long as you have your borders on each of these triangles the same. So there we go. And you can see how that matches up to there. And then we just start going to look and see that these 2 borders on the left and right and top and bottom are the same. Okay, then I'm using an amazing new die set that we have. Can you see how big this is? This is huge. The largest circle in these deckled circles, the largest circle is actually almost 6 inches, almost 6 inches. That's amazing. I used the 5th and the 6th on this, and I used the wheat as the background and the next one in. So this is 5th and 6th. But man, how many times when you need a circle, like my daughter's baby shower, I needed big circles, and I actually had to order them because we didn't have them. And this was just amazing that they are so big on these deckled circles. There we go. So far, my voice is holding out. I traveled up and did classes. It was so nice to be doing my classes and seeing all my girls. I told them, I said, even if we didn't stamp, it was worth coming up and getting all these hugs because of the 2 months off for my surgery. So I was just I'm so like thankful and just so wonderful to see everybody. And but I guess the traveling and being on the plane got me a little sniffles here. So deck the halls. I am going to deck this card out with some embellishments as well. So make sure you check out my blog post. So there's our second card, and that went off of these 2 triangles. Okay, so our next card we're gonna look at here uses 3, and then you put 1 in the middle there. So that one is gonna be this piece. And what I did is did I write down the measurements for this? No, I didn't. So let's just take a peek here at the measurements. For this one, I used, it's 3 3¼ by 4 5/8, a little bit bigger than 4½, okay? And we are going to put these 3 on here. I liked popping that white behind it. And then I just realized that when you put the white behind it, you don't have to actually do this. So what do you think? I think I'm going to change this card up. Why did I do that? Because technically I should put, oh, I want to change this one up. I'm going to put the wild, okay, you get the gist of this. Make sure you look on my blog, because I didn't realize that I do want to put this white. I want to put one that coordinates behind it. So what I should probably do is make, let me see, wild wheat. What about a poppy parade under there? What about pretty peacock? Where's my pretty peacock? Let's see what that looks like. Okay, I've got a piece of pretty peacock here. I'm going to cut that down to 3 5/8 by, wait, it's 4 5/8. 4 5/8 by 3¼ I don't know what I was thinking on that. So I think that looks good. Do you think the dark should be a dark? Oh no, I'm thinking now I should do, since pretty peacock is such a good color in there, I'm thinking that we should do pretty peacock as the card base, and then do the wild wheat around there. So let's cut that now. Wow, what am I doing to you guys? Boy, I thought I was prepared, but once I put it together, oh gosh, that's gonna be pretty. Now, see, it was, oh yeah, look at that. That looks amazing. Yes. Okay, there we go. I don't know what I was thinking there. So I think that's gonna look great on there. Okay, so let's put those, and I put the 2 top ones on first. The top and the bottom, so that you can eyeball that you've got the same amount of space there. But then I went and cut this a little quick, and I want to shave off a little that I was a little too hasty on there. Okay, now that's going to be the next one, and then you can actually put this one anywhere you want. So now I'm wondering, no, I like it in the middle there. There, get that same amount of space down there, and then do this one here. Oh, I'm so glad I just didn't even notice that I did that. That the white don't want to put white on white. You actually wouldn't even have to put this, but I do like having the 4 pieces there. Okay, and then we're going to pop this off the card as well, because popping things up off, and these are clean and simple designs. I mean, you can get as fancy with these with embellishments, but if you just did these simple cards, I mean, if you have some, I'm going to pop. Just simple, I mean, just taking one 6x6 and getting 4 cards out of it is amazing. Okay, one here, and one in the middle here as well. So now we're gonna put that, make sure this is the right size card, because I couldn't have been so, yep, I was blessed that was already cut for me. So that goes, so you just have the same amount on the right and the left and the upper and the bottom. So there we go. So we've got that peacock. Oh boy, that comes out nicely. Okay, so now we have these last 3 left, and we're going to put it on a piece of wild wheat, and this is the background here, and then you're going to put these on. And you know, I still think I do not want to flip over the pattern on these. I just love the pattern. I don't want to, I mean, I like that if you were doing something that you could use this one, but this pattern is just too, absolutely too, I wanted to tell you what the size of this was. This one is 3 1/4 by 3 1/2. So it's 3 1/4, it's 3 1/4 this size because these are 3, okay? But going so that you have the amount you need to in between, that makes it 3 1/2, okay? Because you have 1, 2, 3, 4 eighths. So now we're going to see how I think I had messed these up a little bit here. Which way did they go? What did I do here? Did I put the wrong one on? No, we got to do this puzzle piece. Okay, that goes there. And there we go. Okay. I knew this was going to be challenging today. I've been trying to get this done all day, but I have been catching up on being gone for a week. But it was a wonderful week. Getting to see all my pals and visit with my parents too, because they're back in Pittsburgh. Okay, so there we go. And see that this little bit of eyeball on there, and then we're going to pop that off with dimensionals as well. And there we go. And remember, all those measurements are underneath the YouTube description, but also it's worth a travel over to my blog to see additional photos and little diagrams and the picture of this little guy here. So I just tried to find the best way to, and then just get the same amount on the left and right and the top. It doesn't matter about the bottom. So there we go. And like I said, I think I can find some embellishments that I'm going to put on there, but I just wanted to show you how you can use that 6x6. You cut it in half and half to get 3, 3, 3, 3 inch squares. And then you get 1, 2, 3 for this card, 1, 2, 3 for this card, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 1 1/2 for this card. And you take this 3 by 3, cut it in half, and you get these triangles there. So isn't that, you'll see like my eyes saying, oh, I want them to be like all mixed and matched. So I'll also have posted, if you have already, you probably don't have this yet if you're not a demonstrator, but make sure the garden walk is on your list. This paper is beautiful, and the patterns on the back are just lovely. And most all the patterns on the backs of these ones coordinate. You know how sometimes you'll get this color and then you flip this over and it's pink and purple and blue, but it has nothing to do with this. All of these ones actually coordinate. This is, you see how pretty that is? That coordinates. Those two coordinate. Those coordinate. So this, I think this is going to be my favorite paper in the holiday mini September through December 2023 Stampin' Up! Catalog. So, but I also have this. Okay. But I also showed you how to make those 4 cards using the inked botanicals. And oh, I didn't show you with this. Okay, so this one used the new Christmas stamp set, right? It used the new Christmas Classics, but this other new one, there's another new stamp set that I used on this one, and this is coming out in the new catalog. So Sincere, it's $1 million, somebody who achieved their $1 million, and look at all the fun sentiments on there. So thankful for you. Be grateful for what you have. Be proud of who you are. Hope you're feeling better soon, and your kindness is appreciated. A nice vertical sentiment there too. Happy birthday. Knowing you brings joy to my heart. I love that one. Another vertical one. So a lot of fun. This is going to be another hot item. This is a great stamp set to cover a lot of different sentiments here. You know, sympathy, you're in my heart and prayers. Hope you're feeling better. Hope your day is a happy one. Birthday. Congratulations. Just love spending time with you. So this is a beautiful stamp set. So I used that with the Inked Botanicals DSP. And then this one, of course, I used, and also I used these deco circles. You want to get those on your order too. And the Christmas Classics here were the stamp set I used on these cards. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks for sticking around, and thanks for buzzing by, friends.